Picture this. You finally get serious about money. You're saving every month. £200, £300, maybe £500 when you can. You open your banking app expecting to see progress. Balance, £12,840. It's been 3 years. You didn't mess up. You didn't gamble. You didn't overspend. You did the responsible thing. So why does it feel like you're running on a treadmill that's slightly tilted backwards? Because if your savings account is paying 1% interest, your money takes about 72 years to double. 72, that's not investing. That's preservation. Slowly losing to time. And while your balance creeps up, prices don't wait. The same £50 grocery shop that used to fill a trolley now fills half a basket. Rent climbs, energy bills climb, insurance climbs. Your money grows in numbers, but shrinks in power. That's the part nobody explains properly. You're not just trying to grow money, you're trying to grow it faster than life gets more expensive. The silent leak. Nobody notices. Here's the trap. You check your account, and it's higher than last year. Your brain says, good, I'm moving forward. But if inflation is 4% and your savings earn 1%, you're not ahead. You're minus 3% in real terms. It's like walking up a down escalator. Your legs are moving, your balance is moving. You're still being pulled backwards. And because it happens slowly, most people don't realise it's 20 or 30 years later. Usually right before retirement, you finish defining credits. 5-second test. That changes everything. There's a ridiculously simple shortcut that tells you if your money's actually working. It's called the rule of 72. You don't need spreadsheets. You don't need finance degrees. You take 72 and divide it by your annual return. That's roughly how many years it takes your money to double. 1% return, 72 years. 3% return, 24. 6% return, 12 years. 10% return, 7 years. Same money. This is why the difference between 2% and 8% is a bit better. It's the difference between maybe one doubling in your lifetime and multiple doubling cycles. Time beats time. Let me show you something more powerful than chasing high returns. Starting early. 2 years, same return, different time. Maya starts at 24, £200 a month. Nothing crazy. She sticks with it. Ethan starts at 34. He invests more every month. He's earning better. He's ahead in life. By their mid-50s, Maya ends up with significantly more money. Why? She didn't invest more. She didn't pick better stocks. She simply had extra doubling cycles. Compounding isn't loud. It's underground, like roots. You don't see it until suddenly you do. Not all growth engines are equal. Where you put money matters because each place has a different doubling speed. Savings accounts, safe, but painfully slow. Government bonds, steadier, moderate speed. Stock index funds, historically much faster over the long term. Property, slower than stocks, but adds leverage and income. Speculative assets, fast in theory, brutal in reality if you can't stay invested. Smart investors don't chase the fastest engine, they build a machine. Some parts stable, some parts growth focused, small parts optional risk, because speed only helps if you stay in the game. The real enemy isn't low returns. It's forgetting inflation. If your investments grow at 6% but inflation is 4%, your real growth is only 2%. On paper, you doubled in 12 years. In real life, it might take closer to 30 plus. That's why the goal isn't make money. The goal is beat inflation consistently, quietly, boringly, repeatedly. A 1-minute money check. Here's a simple system you can actually use. List your main accounts, savings, investments, property, pensions. Estimate their average return. Apply the rule of 72. Mentally subtract inflation. Now compare that doubling time to your goals. If you want financial freedom in 25 years, but your real doubling time is 35, you're not failing, you're just misaligned. Misalignment is fixable. Sometimes the solution isn't more risk, it's lower fees. Reinvesting dividends, automating contributions. Shifting small percentages to a flow. Tiny leaks, slow compounding more than people realise. The shift changes everything. Once you understand this, you stop obsessing over daily market. You stop asking, what's the hot stock? You start asking, is my system shortening my doubling timeline? Stretching. Wealth doesn't usually arrive with fireworks. It builds in the background while you're busy living life. Small decisions, repeated for years, multiply the cycle. So, here's the real question. If you divide 72 by your expected return, is that speed fast enough for the life you want? If not, you don't need magic. You need alignment. Time, consistency and direction beat brilliance every single time.